Welcome back. It's Robyn with Empowering Businesses Inc. I'm here with my really good friend Paulla Adamitz. I have known Paulla for probably close to 30 years, if not more. Paulla, welcome and thank you for joining us. Can you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about who you are?
Certainly, Robyn. Well, thank you for the introduction. And my name is Paulla Adamitz. I own Adamitz Financial Solutions. It's an insurance and investment firm. We're located in Spruce Grove, Alberta, but we do service clients all over Alberta and BC. And we've been in business here for almost 20 years now, just coming up to 20 here pretty quick. So we've been doing this for quite a while and helping business owners and helping families to get ahead and to keep their hard-earned money as much as possible and protect their risk as much as possible. And that's why we do what we do.
That's wonderful. I know I have used you and will continue to use you. What type of services do you offer?
I work with individuals and businesses, both. And I work with insurance and investment both. So that's kind of makes us unique in the marketplace because there's not a lot of insurance people who also do the investments. So it very much becomes a balance of what we can do for our clients. Because we can help them with both sides of the equation instead of just being protecting their risk only and then saying, okay, you have to go somewhere else for those investments. So we can do both very easily. And for business owners particularly, we have a really big tool chest as to what we can do to help a client for solutions that we can find for them. We have a really broad range of things that we can choose from. So it's very customized. It's a lot of, just really listening and fact finding in the beginning to find out what the challenges are for that business owner or what they're looking to achieve, and then finding the right solution for them.
That is very true. Now, with the investing side, do you need a lot of money? Like I've heard from a lot of people that you need to have at least like $100,000 to start the investing. Is that the case with Adamitz Financial Solutions?
No, not at all. I mean, the whole point for me for investing is I really enjoy taking a client from where they are and really getting them on that financial stability path. And that might start at just, a small contribution per month, or it might be start with an RESP for kids as to what's affordable, and then just building from there, and then year upon year building and making them stronger and more protected financially year upon year. That's what I really enjoy. So they can have, lots of assets already built up, and that's completely fine. We do a lot of consolidating and asset management for bigger accounts for sure. But you don't have to start there. If you're just starting out and you're not sure where to start, then we'll get you started with something that's small and easy to manage, and then we can go from there.
That's very nice. It's definitely helpful for a lot of the small businesses just looking to start the investment side. Do you have both where you're guaranteed your money? Like, do you offer those type of investments where you guaranteed not to lose anything?
Certainly, yes. Yeah, we do a GIC equivalent, which are, on the insurance side of things, we call them gifts, but they're guaranteed investment certificates or funds. And they're just like a GIC. So we've got those term deposits that are, for a year or 2 years or 5 years or however long those could be. So your principal is not at risk. We also have some market linked investments as well, which are kind of like a hybrid. So there's some growth opportunity in there, but your principal again isn't at risk. We also have annuities, and that's a way of taking money and deriving an income for it for a long term, similar to a pension. And then that as well, then you have your growth and your principal protected within that investment. And then we also have just your regular investments that are market driven and market linked, and you're directly invested in the marketplace, and then you have that growth opportunity on those as well. So we've got those types of GICs, the market link, the annuities, and we also, and the regular investments. And then we also have basically you're building yourself a pension. So as a business owner, it's really important to think about your security for when you're ready to walk away from that business, whether you're passing it down to the next generation or whether you're succession planning out and you're going to maybe sell, or you've got somebody who's going to take over for, maybe buy you out over stages. And in any of those eventualities for how you're looking to wind up your business, it's really, really good planning to have something to your assets that you're building on the side. So not just, I'm going to sell my business and then that's going to look after my retirement, because as we know in business, we just don't know when things might happen. Unexpected things come up and we sell unexpectedly, or we have to transition out unexpectedly. And then the value of your business can really be affected. So having that type of planning where you can really get yourself a pension, and build that alongside, alongside your business. As you build your business, you're building yourself a pension as well, really can solidify your future as a business owner.
That is so true. Knowing your options and planning for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you talked a little bit about the insurance side of it. I know you have helped us in our previous adventures with different businesses and getting the right insurance for our company. What type of insurance policies do you have?
Well, we can help the business owner as well with pretty much what they can do on their personal side. We can do it through a corporate side as well. So we do the individual insurance, but we do the corporately owned insurance as well. So you might have corporately owned life insurance to cover debts within the corporation. You might have buy-sell funding agreements that need to have an insurance component. There might be disability for your business as a business owner. What if you get hurt, or a key man insurance? What if they get hurt? If you've got a salesperson who's really responsible for a lot of the income to the corporation, you might want to have specific insurance on that individual. We have critical illness policies that can be owned corporately as well. So there's disability, there's life insurance, and critical illness. Those are the three main ones. And then we also do benefits as well. So we really can customize what we do for the clients. So we can look after them, like I said, both on the corporate and the individual side, but depending on what they have on either really informs what we're going to do for them, maybe personally as well. So we've got a really good way to balance.
When you talk about benefits, do you have to have employees?
Oh, we can get you benefits if you are basically a solopreneur and you're just starting out and you want to get some benefits for yourself and your family and have that through the corporation. We certainly can do that. And then we can do group plans, basically starting with 2 people. So it depends on what your situation is as to where we can go for those group benefits. But we can do it. We can do it from all the way from 1 person up to, hundreds of people. So again, we have a really big tool chest as to where we can go to find you the right solution for your situation. It just depends on getting the specifics of your situation as a business owner, and then going from there, because then different people will qualify for different solutions, or that'll be the best outcome from that for them.
Right, because we all talk about trying to put the owners and the people that run the business, put them a little bit ahead, and we never think about giving ourselves benefits. And this way it would be a tax deduction. That is really good to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
Sorry to cut you off, but the nice thing about the benefits, and people tend to forget about that, is it really does protect you as a business owner and your family, because like you said, that is that tax deduction, but it's providing that benefit for you and your family so that you can go and get those dental issues, or prescription medications, or you can want to go to the chiropractor or different things. Well, those are going to help you to stay healthy so that you can work your business. They're going to look after your family so that you've got that peace of mind, so that you can come into work the next day and go like, okay, yeah, my kid has a toothache and I've already had them, they're going to the dentist, and it's all going to be taken care of because I've got benefits for myself. So it protects you and it protects your family so that you can focus on what's important, which is running that business and bringing that income in.
Absolutely. And you also mentioned critical illness. Can you describe what critical illness is and the benefits of it?
Certainly. Well, critical illness, again, it can be corporately owned or individually owned, but in essence, what it is a tax-free lump sum of money that's going to come to a critical illness contract holder if they're diagnosed with one of 23 to 26 covered conditions. So depending on the contract, but the top three conditions would be cancers, heart attack, and stroke. Those are the ones that are claimed the most often, with cancer running about 80% of the time is what people are getting paid out on. So when you're looking at the chances of a cancer diagnosis for Canadian males is 49%. And for women, it's 47%. It's almost 50-50 there. And it's very, very high. So if you're thinking about the chances of somebody getting a diagnosis on that, you know, the cancer, the critical illness policies are, to me, so vitally important. Because as business owners, I find that a lot of business owners, they're not going to take, 6 months off.
No.
They can't afford that. What's going to happen to their business if they're gone for 6 months, right? It's like inconceivable to take that much time away from work when you're a business owner. But if you've got a critical illness policy that's going to pay you when you're diagnosed with one of those covered conditions, and then you have that diagnosis, and then maybe you take off every 2 weeks, you take off 2 or 3 days because you go in, you get some chemo, you go home, you take a day off to kind of like recover, and maybe a day in travel or whatever. But that's a common scenario that I'm seeing for treatment, right? Is that you're not going in day after day, you're not hospitalized, but once you have a diagnosis and a treatment plan, it's like every second week or every week, depending on what the regimen is that you're required. But then the business owner is able to be back at work right away. So they're not necessarily claiming on a disability contract, which is going to say, well, if you've got 30 days off of work, you can qualify for that disability due to illness. So you're not going to qualify for that definition, but you're going to qualify over, on the other hand, for your critical illness definition. So that gives you, again, that tax-free lump sum payout. It's either going to pay your corporation or it's going to pay you personally, whichever way you own it. And then you've got that lump sum of cash injection when you need it. And of course, when you've got money coming in, then you've got choices. You can decide whether you need to hire somebody to look after things for you, whether you need to take, a little bit of time off and just, get somebody from internally that can kind of take over some of your duties, or whether you need to take, like a certain chunk of time off for yourself. So you've got those choices and you don't have to worry about, oh, I have to be at work next week because these bills have to be paid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because as a business owner, we don't tend to take the time off. But this would definitely give you the peace of mind to be able to financially not have to worry about your families or any of those extras.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Sorry to cut you off there, but yeah, that's exactly it. We don't necessarily take the time off, but we can if we want to. And we've got that power. That money gives us the power to make those choices. So we can decide, yeah, I can go to work because I want to keep running my business and I want to keep an eye on things or whatever you're feeling at the time, but you don't have to because you've got some money coming in. So that's, I think that peace of mind is huge when you're looking at healing from something that's going to be physically demanding, as recovering from a cancer or a heart attack or a stroke. All of these things take a lot of time and energy to recuperate from, and having that lump sum of cash injection at that time is critically important, because then you can focus on the healing. You're not focusing on, oh, where am I going to get $2,000 to pay for that bill, or where am I going to get money for groceries next week.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And do you just deal with one insurance company, or do you have or investments, sorry, both ways, or like, are you more of a broker, or do you work for just one company?
Yeah, I'm a broker. That means that I can shop all the different companies for my clients. And again, that's where it can really bring a lot of value to my clients as well, because as we're talking about what their needs are, what they're wanting to achieve, what they're hoping to achieve, and their situation, then I'm already in the back of my mind, thinking, okay, well then not that company, but this company. So I can weed out people or companies that I know don't have the solution for that particular situation. And then then it just breaks it all down to who's going to be the best provider of the solution that I'm looking for. So that can narrow the field down for me. And then I go in and do the research as to what's going to be the best fit for that client. But yeah, I get to do the shopping for the clients.
It's a different way of shopping. I prefer to go to the mall, but hey, if you want to look around at the investments and the insurance people, you do you, I guess.
Yeah, well, that makes me happy, because we work so hard for our money, every one of us. And if I can save people money by finding them, the most cost-effective insurance, that what they want for the best price, that really motivates me. And then if I can take their money, their hard-earned money, and have that money work for them while they're earning more money, then that is awesome for me as well, because like building their money or saving them money, I'm very happy to do both. And if I can save money on one side and then deploy it onto the investment side, then I'm doing a double for my trouble kind of thing. And it's really working well for the client in that regard.
Because like you said, we all work very hard for our money, and why not have our money work for us?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I do not like my money to sit idle. So even money that's within my corporation that's sitting there for, if it's earmarked to pay taxes or GST or payroll or something, and I've got a portion that I've got building up. Well, I've got some of it in a liquid account that's witty, but it's a high interest savings account, so I can transfer that over, and that's going to earn me some interest while I'm waiting. And then of course I've got other chunks of money within my corporation that are just in the market, and they're working and they're growing for me, because again, I don't like a lot of money just sitting around doing nothing. It's got to be working. I work hard for my money. My money has to work hard for me too.
I love that motto. So if people want to get a hold of you, other than reading the bio below, how else would they get a hold of you, Paulla?
They can certainly reach out through my website at www.adamitzfinancial.com. You can email me through there as well. All of my contact information is on there. And then you can go through and take a look at some of the articles that are on there. They're really, really interesting and well done. Give you some really great information about the difference between term insurance and whole life insurance, for example, or talking about disability, critical illness, what are our corporate investments, estate planning. There's all kinds of things there that you can find for really helpful information.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you so much for having me and taking the time out of your day to chat with me today. I really appreciate it.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right.